If you feel like crime in this country is out of control, you're not alone. We asked polling company Dynata to find out what Kiwis think. The results, 87% felt crime has recently increased. And it's no wonder. Crime spree, 12 and 13-year-olds breaking into cars, biggest meth bust in New Zealand history, knife-wielding 501 deportee, group assault, stabbing incident. Then you've got the election campaigns.
Every New Zealander feels less safe in their home, their business and community, and it's because we've had a government that frankly has been soft on crime.
In our poll, 68% said crime will impact how they'll vote in this election. But is it actually that bad? Well, it's complicated.
We can look between 2023 and what was happening in 2022. But if we try and go back really before that, looking at, say, 2021 or 2020, we run into the problem of comparing things against the sort of very artificial conditions of the COVID lockdowns.
And it's hard to separate a rise in crime from a rise in reporting of crime. Labour's police spokesperson Jenny Anderson says there are two big reasons we've seen an increase in some areas. First, a new app means more retail crime gets reported.
From looking at police statistics, the number went up significantly once police were receiving information from the Aurora app.
Second, law changes mean some violent crimes are counted differently.
A big part of the increase in violent crime is a result of two new offences that we introduced in 2018. So those two offences account for 70% of the aggravated assaults, the more serious offending.
But the opposition says Labour is cherry-picking statistics, and it's not fooling anyone.
The public don't buy it because they feel it and they know.
Yeah.
They understand what's happening out there.
So which is it? Has crime gotten worse or not?
We're up over where we were most recently, but we're probably still within that general bandwidth of crime rates of the last, say, 10 or 20 years. So we're still in normal levels of crime.
And what about juvenile crime? The rate of offending for young people decreased between 2012 and 2022 by 64%. But the types of crimes we're talking about are public, visible, and caught on CCTV.
The nature of some of the crimes that have been reported in the last 2 or 3 years as well has been very disturbing for many people. Crime isn't hidden anymore in particular parts of cities.
But this might be comforting. The Global Peace Index puts us as fourth safest country in the world, basically where we've been for the past 15 years. One of the categories they judge us on where we don't score well, perceived criminality. We think we're less safe than we are.
Yeah, so simple question, but quite a complicated answer depending on how you look at those statistics. The point at the end, though, was kind of interesting, though. If you feel like there is more crime around, it's not as bad as crime going up, but it still has some of the same negative effects. It's not good for people to feel unsafe in their homes, and people will vote for the parties who say they're going to do something about it, so it will affect their actions.
Yeah, well...
That's the political side of things, right? It'd be nice if the political parties could agree on the one thing, which is we want less crime, right? And that's going to take... One party's not going to change that. It's going to take a generation, right?
Because they also need to look at the things that cause it, like poverty and homelessness.
What you're born into.
Cost of living,
I just think down with crime.
Oh, Kano said it really well, guys.
Wow, down with crime.
We can all agree on that.
I total with that sentiment.
You might get elected.
Kano Lloyd 2026.